Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Altcoin Mentors YouTube channel. My name is Peter, and today I'm going to be doing our weekly technical analysis for all the altcoins and Bitcoin that we put on our watch list. Our main goal here at Altcoin Mentors is to help as many people as possible achieve their goal of financial freedom, and we believe trading cryptocurrencies is an opportunity of a lifetime. By the end of this video, you should have a better understanding of where the crypto market is going in the near term and in the long term future. If you like our videos, please follow us on Twitter and on Telegram. We also have a model portfolio for our 2K 5X challenge that you can follow and view our positions. The link is down below. If you'd like to be notified of our latest videos, please hit the bell button. All right, so let's start always with Bitcoin. So start out on our weekly charts. So on our weekly charts, things are pretty much the same as it was before, which means that it's going down on a longer term basis on a weekly level. So if you look at the weeklies here, this is our first blue candle up. So the encouraging part is that last week we didn't create a new lower low. And today, now we have a higher low and a higher high on a weekly basis. So that's looking pretty good. But if it breaks this side, it can go all the way down to 4,500. So it hasn't broken it yet. So as I said, this little level here, this little blue line, Bitcoin's been in a range in that little zone. So we'll take a look at it. So even on a daily perspective, for example, right, you see it. It's been in a zone. And it's been in the zone for almost a whole month. Right, so right now it's July 5th, but ever since about July 11, you can see it. It's been in a range. So the wicks and tails, there are little bits and pieces that fall out of this zone. But for the overall scheme, it's been in this zone. So until it really breaks this zone, it's not really going to go that much higher or that much lower. But this is what's been going on lately on our shorter term charts. So if you want to trade and you want to make some money while it's in a range, this is what I've been doing with my challenge, is that over the last few days, what's happened with Bitcoin and a few other coins I'm going to talk to you about is that it's actually finally gotten out of its trend. So basically, we here at Altcoin Mentors, we have a special wave trend indicator that we've created on our own, and it's done a very good job of talking about changing when trends really change. So the other day on Bitcoin, it changed the trend. So basically it went from a negative to a positive. So that's why on my 2K 5X challenge, I've been going long. So yesterday I went long. I hit a really quick winner. I got in at 65.50 and I got out at 66.50. So $100 there. So not that much money. It was hard to get out, because if you missed that one big candle to the top, it almost hit 6,800, and I could have maybe gotten out at 6,700. That was probably the max, because it wasn't there that long, and then it dropped. But the trend has changed, and so what I've been doing is I've been scaling in slowly to the upside. So if you watch some of our videos about scaling in and scaling out, that's what I've been doing. So even for some of my longer term stuff, what I've been doing is I've been slowly scaling in on Bitcoin. So I'm not going all in right now, but I have about 25% of my position in a long right now for Bitcoin. So I believe that in the near term, Bitcoin is going to go higher. So if it doesn't break 6,900 though, right, then we might be in a little bit of trouble, and ultimately it has to get past 7,700. So that's why I've been slowly scaling in, because TA is just all about confidence. It's not about there is no this must happen or this is going to happen. Right, so in my opinion, that there's a high likelihood that it's going to go higher over the next few days to a few weeks. And maybe it'll have a nice push to the upside. But until it breaks out of this little zone and gets above 7,700, I'm going to stay at 25% and slowly scale in. So let's talk about some of the other charts here. So unfortunately, Ether is not looking as good. Ether has not... Our wave trend indicator has not turned positive on Ether. And if you look at it here, it's still negative on the weekly charts. So it still looks like it's going down, but it's also been in a very tight range. So it hasn't broken the lows of April, which is very good, but it hasn't made any new higher highs as well. So that's kind of bad. So if you look at the daily scale, it is on its way up, but 502 is the barrier to the top. So if you look at this, this is a good example of lower lows and lower highs. So next week, I'm going to be doing a technical analysis video, just a how-to for beginners on how to see waves. So we have a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. And so here, we don't know. This could be the beginning, right? But right now we have a lower high because it hasn't gone past this. So 502 is the key here, and then after this level, 550 is the next level. So if we look at it on a shorter time frame, right? The shorter time frame now looks a little bit better because now we have higher highs. We have a higher high, higher high, higher low, and because it broke out of this little zone here, but it's stuck, right? So 502 is still the big number. So once it breaks above once it breaks out of this zone and hits around 502, then I think it can go much, much higher. So let's look at EOS. So EOS is very interesting. There was a lot of news around it. I don't really know too much about the news, but it bounced off of 720 on a weekly level. And even though the weeklies don't look that great, on the dailies, I believe it looks a little bit better. It has made a nice little cup formation to the top over here. It bounced off of 805, which was medium-term support. But really, it has to get above the 1210 level. But on a short-term basis, our trend indicator, our AM trend, a wave trend indicator, has turned positive for EOS. So I'm looking to go long. So basically, what I'm doing is I am not buying the dip. That's a little bit different from what others say. What I do is I buy the curl. What it means is that this is a dip, right? I wait for it to curl up here, and then I go long. That's what I'm really waiting for it to do. What I'm waiting for it to do is go a little bit higher here, come back down, bounce off, make a little U formation here. I don't know if I can draw it. Right? Make a little U-turn, right? And then go back to the upside. So that's really what I'm looking to do. So for EOS, it looks pretty good. If I was going to get in soon, yikes, turn that off. Right, I'm waiting for it to go down a little bit more and have a little bit of a confirmation. But I like to buy somewhere between 9 and 950. So I'm not willing to buy it right now. I missed my opportunity. It happened yesterday, but yesterday was the 4th of July. I took a little bit of a break over here. So I'll look for it to go down a little bit more, turn around, and then hopefully let it get up to about $12.20. Let's look at Monero. So Monero also turned positive on our wave trend indicator. So as you can see on our weekly basis here, it has a magenta candle, so we have higher lows and higher highs. That's a very good sign, but really has to pass 148. And then the next barriers are 172 and 195. On a daily basis, it looks very good. It's just been ranging, though, for a while. So this little level here at 148 is very, very important. And ultimately, it's important because this is the 50 EMA here, and this is the 200. So we're still in a technical downtrend if you really believe in the EMAs, right? But our wave trend says it's turning a little bit positive. So here, waiting to go long on this little trend here. This little zone between the red and the green is where I think it'll be. This is kind of like a danger zone. It can go all the way down to the green. If it makes a U-turn here, then I will go to the upside. That's really what I'm waiting for. And if it has to pass 148. So you can see it came close over here, right, and went all the way back down. So that's why I don't really know if it's going to break. That's why I'd like to get in at a better price. Because if I get in around 145, right, and it gets to 148 and it comes crashing down, how much money am I going to make? $3? Right, that's only if I get out at 148. Right, if I get out on the downside, I might get back at the break even or a small loser. So I'd rather get in somewhere around here. I'm not willing to buy it now because the overall market is going down. So I'd like to wait for the curl and same thing, scale in slowly until things really get a little bit heated. So let's look at Icon. So Icon has not turned positive on our weekly or our wave trend indicator. So if you look at it on a weekly scale, it's still looking very, very negative. It doesn't have a higher low, but doesn't have a higher high. And on a daily basis here, you can see it. 188 is the key resistance number here. Tried to hit it a couple times here. So you can see it. It bounced off of here when it broke through. Now it's having a hard time going to the upside. So here you can see it. There's almost like a double top. If it breaks here, there's really no confirmation. We're kind of muddled, right? So we'll see where it goes. It might just go sideways for a while. So let's look at Enigma. Enigma has turned positive on our wave trend indicator. So here we have a higher high, higher low on our weekly charts. So this is, and it's right at support at 140, which is awesome. So if it can break a little bit higher, then I think you can go about to 224 to 311. So if you look at the dailies, you'll see it. It's formed a base for like the last month or so. Look at this. Looks awesome. So if it can break this little level here and it can go higher, so 172, the 50 EMA looks like it's very important. It bounced off here a couple times over here and over here. So if it breaks 173, then I think the next target is 197 and then 224. So Enigma is something I've been scaling slowly into, right over here. So I'm waiting for another dip and then wait to go a little bit higher to the upside. So I like to buy somewhere between 151 and 157 on the curl, right? And let it go a little bit higher and then hopefully put my stop loss somewhere, my trailing stop loss at a small little profit, right? Until it really gets heated. So let's look at ZRX. So ZRX is something that has been zooming. I talked about it before a long time ago. It is one of my favorite smaller altcoins. So we have a higher high and a higher low. So right now it's at resistance at 104. If it can break, it can go to 145 and then 206 is the next target. So on the dailies, it looks awesome. So it bounced right off of technical support at 63 cents. Right, so our wave trend indicator is definitely positive. So here I've been in it for a little bit, for almost a few days now, right? It's at 104. This one, it looks like a stronger signal for me, so I'm not taking any profits yet. If I do, I'll take a profit around 97. So if it creates a lower low wave here, right? But I'm looking for it to bounce back above 104 and go much higher to about 145. So if it breaks this little level here, then I'm going to trail it, give it a lot of room. But if it has a hard time breaking, I'll probably put my stop loss around 96 cents, take like a 5% profit, and you know, just because that's all you can do nowadays, right? Just small profit, small profit, small profit. All right. So let's look at Zcoin. So Zcoin also has not turned positive on our wave trend indicator. It's still a little bit negative. So if you look at it on our weekly charts, right, it looks bad. I mean, you know, it hasn't been around that long. Even on the dailies, you know, you can see it. It's been getting crushed, right? So there's nothing to it. So as it started open, it just went down, down, down. There's no up trajectory whatsoever. So this is a coin that I might not even keep track of anymore, because I think it has a chance to go all the way down to possibly zero. It hasn't. It made a nice bounce over here, but I don't know why it has. You know, but I'm not really looking to go long yet, right? It has to really break certain levels here, because $27, $28, right, is resistance, but it's so far, you know, below that, right? And there are no support levels, so maybe $19, $20. You know, there might be like a range level here for a long time, but you know, I don't really trust Zcoin that much. So let's look at Chainlink. So Chainlink also turned positive on our wave trend indicator. So on the weeklies, you can see it has a higher high, a higher low. So that looks very positive. 26 cents is resistance though. So if it breaks that, it can go all the way up to 37 cents. That's pretty good. That's 50% return if you can get in at the right time. So on a daily level, it also looks good. Higher highs, higher lows. We don't have a lower low yet. But right, as I said, 26 cents right here is resistance. So if you look at it on a shorter time frame here, right, it has been going sideways for a while. So I'd like to wait for it to curl. And 26 cents here, if you can buy it right around here, it's a 10% profit. So that's not bad at all. So sometimes we have to get rid of the mentality that we want to make so much money. You know, 50%, 100%. So those days are gone. right? So now the days of making 5%, 10%, those are the things that we have to think about, right? Because if Bitcoin and all the cryptos become a legitimate tradable security, right? The smaller profits are the things you have to take, because that's what happens in tradable securities, right? It's hard to make 10, 20% in a day, like every single day. It's possible, right? It happens once in a while, right? It happened for a long period with a lot of the altcoins and the cryptos, but it's not happening now. So now it's become a tradable security, and you're talking about smaller ranges, so you have to take smaller profits. So let's look at BitShares. This is another one of my favorites that I've been looking at. I told you about it on Twitter a long time ago. So it looks very positive on our charts. Wave trend indicator is positive. On our weeklies, we have lower lows, lower highs. On the dailies, it looks great because it bounced off of support at around 12 cents, right? Went past resistance at 15 cents. Now it's hitting the 50 EMA. It's on its way to 19 cents, maybe back up here into the 20 cents, 28 cents area. And that's really what I'm looking to buy it at. So here, I've been long BitShares for a little bit now. It looks very, very good. So I have my support. I have my stop loss here, my trailing stop loss at 16 cents. So I'll make about a 10% profit over there. But I'm really looking forward to go a little bit higher. 19.7, is my ultimate target over here. It looks very, very good. Let's look at the last one that we follow. So this is IEX. This just turned positive on our wave trend indicator. So on our weeklies, it doesn't really look that good. So I'm waiting for an entry here. So here it is right at support at 81 cents. Right, it broke. Resistance. It broke through it here. Has to close above it and confirm, and I will have more confidence. In the shorter term, as you can see, right, it had a hard time here, right at resistance. It finally broke through. Like I said, just today, it turned positive on our wave trend indicator. So if it breaks the 90-cent level here, which is the high, maybe it'll go a little bit higher, but I want to parcel out my money a little bit more carefully, so I'll probably wait on IEX because there are other better things to look at, like Chainlink, right, is one of my favorites. I also said BitShares is also one of them, and also Enigma looks very good as well, and Monero is also starting to get a little bit more heated. So what I like to do with my portfolio is spread out the risk between the larger coins, right, the larger market cap, right, coins like Bitcoin, Ether, EOS, and then some of the middle coins like Monero, Icon, Enigma, and then go for some of the other ones like ZRX, right, and Zcoin, because then you're looking for the larger cap ones are like for baseball enthusiasts, right? It's like that's where you hit your singles and your doubles, right, for the larger caps, because you're not looking to make a lot of money, but there is more money flow into those coins, and there's more volume, so it's easy to go in and easy to go out, so you make your small percentages there. Then on things like Monero, Icon, Enigma, there's medium levels of volume, so then you hit your doubles, so maybe you'll make your 5 to 10% over there. And then your smaller coins like BitShares, Zcoin, ZRX, those kind of coins, you're trying to make your triples and your home runs, because if you look at some of them, right, there are opportunities to make 30, 40, 50%, right, in probably like a week in some of the smaller coins, right, if it goes into the right direction. So we'll see what happens in the future. Hope you enjoyed our video. Please subscribe to our channel and follow us on Twitter and on Telegram. Thank you very much for watching. If you like our videos, please share it with your friends and other crypto traders. You can also follow us on Twitter and on Telegram again. If you have any questions, please ask away in the comment section below. We do a very good job of answering all of our comments and questions right away. Thank you again for watching, and see you in our next video.